A small window of hope has opened for Nimisha Priya, the Indian nurse who's on death row in Yemen. Her execution, earlier scheduled for July the 16th, which is tomorrow, has now been postponed after the urgent diplomatic and legal efforts from India and sustained public appeals. Convicted in 2017 for the murder of her Yemeni business partner, Talal Abdo Mahdi, Nimisha Priya has been on death row since 2020. Yemen's top court upheld her sentence in 2023, but with Sana'a under Houthi control and no formal diplomatic channel in place, India's outreach has remained rather constraining. Despite these limitations, the government of India has engaged influential intermediaries, including local sheikhs, and has been in touch with prison authorities to seek more time. The centre told the Supreme Court that it had done everything possible, cautioning against overexertion of diplomatic pressure given the political sensitivities. Yet, behind the scenes, a humanitarian push seems to be continuing. Priya's legal team, backed by the NGO Save Nimisha Priya International Action Council, is in Yemen, negotiating directly with the victim's family to accept blood money, or diya as it is called, or provision under Sharia law. There are several others also who are pushing for the same cause. Unnamed, but these are warriors. In a crucial intervention, India's Grand Mufti Sheikh Abu Bakr Ahmed has joined the effort, directly appealing to religious leaders in Yemen to help facilitate the deal. The Supreme Court has adjourned the matter to 18th of July, seeking an update on the ongoing negotiations. Today on the show, we have very important guests who have been at the center of this particular case. Let's go across and speak to them. Babu John, member, Nimisha Priya International Action Council negotiating team, and Samuel Jerome Bhaskaran, who is a human rights activist who's been working on the case as well in a sustained fashion. A very warm welcome to both of you. Let's get the latest update from you, Babu John. Of course, it's very, very clear that this execution has been postponed, but it does not mean anything less or more than that, because a lot of people are reading too many meanings into it. Therefore, I urge you, Babu John, to please take this conversation further and update the viewers about what exactly has happened in the Nimisha Priya case, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And it is good to have Samuel also here. Samuel is the real center point who is in the ground in Sana'a, coordinating everything for this saving Nimisha Priya since 2017. I have got the information, Samuel, only 2 days back that the execution date has been postponed, but we cannot go in public because of certain security issues, and we will tell the public only after we get the papers in hand. Today, luckily, and by the effort of Samuel, we got the extension paper for the execution in hand, and it is already approved by the government of Yemen and informed the government of India. So now our next step, and the most important step, is to convince the family for pardoning Nimisha in way of contacting and negotiating. Samuel will be able to tell you in detail about what has happened these 2-3 days after the execution date coming in. Yeah, please, you can invite Samuel to
Yeah,
tell more
Samuel,
exactly.
but we've lost. I mean, I think he will reconnect yet again. There seems to be some problem. Oh, there he is. We can see him. Samuel Jerome, thank you for joining us. And Babu John was just saying it's all your efforts. And as you spoke to me the day before also, but you want to keep it under wraps and do not want to go public with it. But as of today, Samuel Jerome, much like what Babu John told me to ask you, because you are the man at the center of it all, I want to know from you that as of now, this execution has been postponed, nothing more and nothing less than that. So over to you, Samuel Jerome Bhaskaran, for updating the viewers as to what the latest is on the Nimisha Priya case.
First of all, I just want to thank the Sheikh Abdul Malik Nahya, who has been the center of all actions. Number two, I want to thank the Governor of Kerala, and I also want to extend my thanks to Mr. The MLA Chandi Oman, Then I want to thank Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. I want to thank our Union Home Minister, Honorable Amit Shah. I want to thank the Embassy of India, the Embassy of India from Saudi Arabia, the whole team. And I also want to extend my thanks to the embassy local staff, Mr. Badar. And above all, I also want to thank the government of Yemen. See, you have to understand. When I received, I was in India on 8th, so I want to be a little bit elaborate for the people to know what happened. So, sorry, on 6th, I was in India when I received this call. And then I had to know it clearly when we confirmed that uh, it was a real uh, the jail has already received the thing and it is real. So I had to completely change my game plan. You need to understand. I already met the family before coming to India. I had given an offer which I expected that they will not go and give a consent for execution. So since they have given a consent for the execution, there is no point that playing the same play again does not work. And I didn't have time. I arrived here on 8th morning, not here in Aden. Then last Friday, I came here morning. So, and I had to set the emotion in a way that I have a field to play. So what I did, I went public to the media about the offer that I had given, though usually it is not done, and I had to think out of the box to do it, and I did it, and it did work. Because what happens is, within the community, Yemeni people, there are people who would go and ask the family. They will say, yeah, already there is an offer given, why would you kill this lady? I mean, like, this kind of things. And also that gives room for the Yemen government to put pressure on the family. I mean, like, when that happens, and that is what is happening now. I'll come to that later a little bit. So it's going to be on a favor. I mean, but I'm going on the offensive. I'm setting a ground which is going to be offensive, and not that listen to what is happening. But so what? And this was a very calculated move, and it gave me the results what I wanted. So I came here. Meanwhile, the only option that was legal option that was available is to appeal the I mean, to ask for an not appeal to ask for an extension, not to appeal. Appeal is already finished. So when we came here on Friday, Friday is a holiday here, weekend here. I sat with the embassy local staff, and we decided that the Saturday morning we will go to the prison first. But then we changed our plan. And what happened was, some of the authorities who were willing to help us, they flipped. And so I had to change the plan again. So I called the Sheikh Abdul Malik. That was Friday night. I called him. It's a weekend. You need to understand. And I told him. I mean, like, the people who told us that they will help us are not willing to help. He said,
right.
Sam, don't worry. I'll manage it. Let us meet. We'll meet morning in the prosecutor's office. So in the morning, prosecutor's office, we went there. I, Mother, Sheikh, and the local staff, the local Yemeni staff of our embassy.
Yes.
We all went there. And I mean, like, though we were not allowed, Sheikh had already gone inside.
Okay.
And Sheikh came out again to take us inside. And we went there. And it is not a public day to meet the public prosecutor.
Right.
But our Indian embassy staff's uncle was also there. So we went and met the prosecutor. When we met the prosecutor, do you know what he said? This was on Saturday.
Right.
So why I am mentioning dates, people have to understand that there was no intervention whatsoever other than the intervention that I mentioned. So now the whole India is talking about intervention of different people, which is all not true. So absolutely there was no intervention, because on Saturday they said that they have received an order from the president. See, I'm going to give the letter. They said that, oh, we have already received an order, but we are working on it. So then what happened was, I requested also the embassy. I mean, like, we wanted a request because they said, ask your embassy to give a request. So I raised it up to the embassy, and the Indian embassy immediately gave the request on Sunday. They gave a confirmation that this was already off. So
Right.
we had the confirmation. So this is how it all happened. So
It's
there
like
was
minute
nothing
to
else.
minute, things
I
change and you
intentionally
worked on it, Samuel Jerome. So what I understand, and also I think it's
no,
admirable.
one thing. No, one thing here. I'm sorry. We have to mention that we intentionally did not talk with the family. This is what people have to understand. So this was why the consent, if the family consent, the prosecutor's office can issue. So I went over that. I went to the president directly through the sheikh. So that is why we were able to get this. And with the help of the government of India intervention, so it is only 3 people who worked on it. The sheikh, the government of Yemen, and the government of India. Nobody else, no other whatsoever intervention was there.
Absolutely, and our government's role already has been appreciated across. I'm only talking about News9. Our focus has been on what people like you, Babu John, and people like you, Samuel Jerome, who are on the ground, and also what government of India did. Babu John, does it evoke hope in you? I mean, human beings live by hope. Otherwise, none of us would be living that we will see a dawn tomorrow morning. That's why we
Yes,
eat and sleep and pray, Babu John. After
yes.
this, after all these efforts, do you think there is hope for saving Nimisha Priya?
Yes, madam. We have a big hope. It is, by extending this execution date, we just hit the tip of the, problem. But still, we need to get the pardon from the family. Whether it is paying their money or not. That is up to the family what they will ask us or request us for pardoning. We are asking the pardon. So by government is ready to postpone this execution date. That itself saying between the lines that family is also sort of sympathetic with us and sympathetic with Nimisha, and they are considering it. So we are in a big hope to save her, and that is what Samuel also feel to say. That's what I think. So we are hoping.
Samuel Jerome, I know that you made it very clear, Samuel, that at no point did you contact the family. These are the 3 pockets or buckets that you were talking to: the Sheikh, the Yemeni government, the government of India, and no one else. You made it very, very clear. But much like what Babu John says, much like what little we know, the acceptance of the diya or blood money, the onus is on the family. If they agree or they disagree, Nimisha Priya's, future hangs in a balance. You want to add anything to that, or you think that the best is to keep
Sure.
hoping and praying? Go ahead.
No, I've already set the motion. See, you have to understand. As brother Babu John said, this is we have just looked at the tip. So today I've already set the motion, and I had a meeting with the foreign minister, His Excellency Mr. His name is Jamal Amer, and we had a meeting. I can share the photo a little bit later with you. So we had a very good meeting. Who were present in the meeting? The Sheikh was present. Ambassador Mr. Ahmed Omar, who is the head of the Foreign Affairs and Arab and Foreign Affairs. Then Honorable Minister was there. Then our lawyer, Mr. Abdullah Amer, he was there. So all those dignitaries, we had a meeting in the morning. So I asked for a meeting. They immediately accepted for the meeting, and all the efforts are being raised, all are being done through. I don't want to say. I mean, whoever is involved. So let us keep it. I'll just keep it for the time to come to reveal those things. So we have invoked assistance from people who are powerful enough to convince the family. That is what it is.
Samuel, before I let both of you go, Babu and Samuel, I want to ask you. The woman at the center of it is, of course, Nimisha. But there's yet another woman who
Yes.
has waited, Prema Kumari, the mother. I want you to,
She's
because
here.
you've been
You want
meeting
to talk to her?
No, no, but I
You
want
to talk
to.
to her?
Can she, would she, but she must speak Malayalam. Does she speak English?
I can just translate it a bit, then you can get
Is
it.
she with you? If she's with
Is
you,
it
I
live
would
or
love
is
it.
it recording?
Okay, so maybe some other time. But How is she? How is she coping, Samuel Jerome? You know, she's a mother.
I'll tell you something. She had been through. I mean, the only problem she had was because I wasn't here. She was, I mean, like she felt like,
Lost.
you could understand,
Yes.
and I intentionally did not tell her what was happening, because I know that will be an emotional breakdown for her. So I did not intentionally, until I came here, I did not tell. Though she knew something was happening, she did not know what was happening. And the second day, Saturday, she herself had heard the public prosecutor say, we have already received notification from the president. So it was a quick transition from that to thing. And now she's very hopeful. And because Sunday we had
Right.
the confirmation. Sunday we had the confirmation that it was off. So now having seen, now that the execution day is postponed, then it doesn't have a date. You need to understand the postponement is indefinite. That's how they made it. So she's very hopeful. She's very hopeful.
Absolutely.
And she's coping up, and yeah.
Yeah, and so are we. Thank you very much, Samuel, for spending time with us at a difficult time. But you're smiling, and your smile is shared. So is Babu John smiling, and I think we all need to smile and keep up the hope for our very own Nimisha Priya. Thank you so much.
Thank God. We want to thank God for
Absolutely.
everything that has happened today.
Absolutely, the powers
and
that
I
are.
just once again. Yeah, once again, I just want to thank all the people who were involved in this. Maybe there are people whom I really don't know who is getting involved, but thanks be to everyone who had made this happen.
Yeah, absolutely.